Gary from Southside Place has a question about a new home.
Well, he's closing on a 3-story residential home, and he has a few concerns.
It's a lot of stairs.
It is. Gary writes, first, the fresh air intake has no defined combustion intake. He says he sent this photo, and I'm not sure, Gary. I think you sent us a video of it, but we just got the still of the image. But I'm not sure how much we can learn from that other than there it is.
No, it's very campy with the shelf. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
So there it is. Anyway, there are moisture stains, he says, on the third floor registers from months ago. They tried to fix it, but the builder blames the painter for not using Kills.
Oh, don't use Kills.
Before they painted it. Well, but they should use something, right?
Yes, pigmented shellac.
And then the house has R6 ducts, not R8, which could be contributing to the problem, according to Absolute Comfort, who we had come out and look at it.
Yes.
So finally, there's no attic ventilation. No attic ventilation, he says. So Gary wants to know how you'd handle these with the builder, who seems cooperative.
Well, he built the house. He has a set of plans.
He followed the plans.
And now for you to come back and say, hey, you didn't do this, this, and this, I don't know. Usually builders will seem cooperative because they don't want to be adversarial about the whole thing. Yep. But I don't know what he's really going to do. R8s are standards now. R6s aren't bad. R4s you see out there from the 80s. And as far as the water stains, number one, I know if you paint it with pigmented shellac and you paint it again, they won't come through. And they do come through if you don't prime it right. As far as register sweating, if they were running it when the house was somewhat open, you're going to have a lot of sweating because you had a lot of humidity. And so the registers will drip a little bit. So not a big deal. I don't know about the combustion air. If Absolute came out, you really don't need extra air. If you're it's in a living space, you can tell where it was set, so it should be fine. I'm not sure what to tell him about this, except if there's a problem, it needs to be fixed. But right now, it doesn't seem like there's a problem. It seems like there's a lot of assumptions about what if. What
about the attic ventilation? I mean, that seems like a pretty easy problem to fix.
Well, it is. I think if it's an attic, you put a ridge vent, you have soffit vents. It's always been a simple thing. But you can't just put a ventilator without some intake also. I don't know if it's zero soffits, if it has a soffit opening. And it sounds like the builder's going to wait this out until he goes away.
He's going to do the minimal effort.
It really just is the way it is. And you bought the house the way it is. So there's some really weird things going on here because...
but the thing is, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
go ahead.
I want to defend the guy.
Go ahead.
Because... you get into something like this, and you know as well as I do, when you're building something, Tom, for you, it's like the difference between a criminal and a policeman. A criminal sees one or two crimes, policemen see them every day. You see home building every day. When we buy a house, we have a house built, that's like a 1, 2, 3 time in a lifetime experience. We're going to miss things.
Okay.
And I think, so you say to the builder, hey, what about ridge vents? We didn't think about that.
Well, how about this? You go buy a car once in a while. Some people buy 5 or 6 cars in their whole lifetime.
Right.
I mean, they don't know how to build a car. They can't tell the car builder what to do. You have to, it's consumer beware. You have to make sure when you buy something, you're buying what is important.
I understand that. I'm saying that he didn't know. You were saying he didn't know that there weren't vents on there. Well, there's a lot of things when you're building a house, he wouldn't have thought to look at it, and he realizes now it's not there. And what I'm saying to you is it's not that hard to put in some ridge vents. He may wind up having to do it after having a roofer come in and put them in, because the builder may say, hey, this is what I've told.
Maybe.
This is, isn't that the case? The builders just say, hey, these are the plans I built your house.
And you know what? And the builder only builds what's on the plans.
Right.
What about the architect that designed it?
He should have thought of that.
That should be on the plans.
Yeah.
So you have this whole road of people you go behind. And so I want people to be really careful, because people buy things when it comes to homes, or buys homes in different neighborhoods. They want the neighborhood. They want the school district. And they're buying junk all the time. And as long as people buy it, they're going to build it.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure where to go with this. There's no definitive answer. Do you need attic ventilation? It should be there. Do you not want your water spots? And is there a problem? Did Absolute find something? I'm not sure yet. But yeah, you don't want a problem. But to just say, what if, and the builder's saying, well, let me know what you want me to do. It's like telling the doctor, hey, you didn't do my heart transplant right. Now let me tell you how to do it.
Well, the point about and of all those things, the attic ventilation seems the thing that is most
What if he has foam in his attic? See, I don't know
We
this.
don't know that, yeah.
I know. Maybe that's why it wasn't done.
Yeah.
And we get into these foam questions all the time. So I don't know unless I walk the house.
Gary has bigger problems if you got foam in the attic.
Well, I know. And that would be the sweating problem. That would be the problem. We don't know that. So if I could walk the house, I would. But for me to say, hey, tell your builder to do this, this, and this, I can't do that.
Not going to do
I'm
that.
sorry.
I understand. All right.
This was a weird question, but I liked
Gary,
it. This is important.
Love you, buddy. But, look into that attic ventilation. And if you have foam, you need to call Tom this weekend and talk about it.
Well, I will.
All right.
And remember, consumer beware.
He'll be here every Saturday and Sunday on Sports Radio 610.